It's a beautiful day here in the Mile High City as we welcome you to Coors Field. Today, a matchup out of the National League West between the San Francisco Giants and the Colorado Rockies. Major League Baseball on MLB Network is next. Kyle Freeland, the native of Colorado, gets the start on the mound. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
And that'll bring up Steven Duggar. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off for the Giants, the center fielder, number 6, Steven Duggar.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. The ball and 2 strikes. Our temperature 74 degrees as we get things started this afternoon. Oh, and the changeup is taken for a called 3rd strike, and the leadoff man is gone to begin the ball game. And here's how the visiting San Francisco Giants line up in this one. Dero, daytime road game for them. What you got?
Well, Matty, the key to hitting the Coors Field is the fact that there's so much outfield ground for those guys to have to cover. There's a lot of base hits. Don't fall in love with the fact that you're going to drive the ball out of the park. That's going to happen naturally with just a good approach and a good pass at the baseball. But there's a lot of ground to cover in that outfield, which screams there are a lot of hits to be had.
Popped him up. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the 2nd out.
Batting third, the catcher, number 28, Buster Posey.
So striding in, Buster Posey. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First offering on its way. Fastball in there for a called strike. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
You know, D-Roll, Patty Johnson, decent strike zone, but isn't always super consistent. I think that's one of the things that irritates players and pitchers.
Yeah, you're going to see a few glares, not only from the offensive guys, but maybe the guy on the mound as well. He needs to be a little bit more consistent.
2 out, nobody on. Popped high in the air. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Giants down in order. Giants nothing, Rockies coming up. You're watching MLB Network. Madison Bumgarner, a lefty from North Carolina, gets the starting assignment. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Quite frankly, one of the toughest and baddest dudes in the game of baseball. We all remember coming in Game 7 of the World Series against the Kansas City Royals. Every team thinks that they have an ace. Well, guess what? This guy is a true, legitimate ace. Low to mid-90s fastball, good curveball. It does have the straight changeup end. Just in case you didn't know this, the guy can swing the bat a little bit too. One of the best pitchers in the game.
Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya! So it's a solo home run to lead off the bottom of the 1st. And the Rockies are out to a 1-0 lead.
When that pitch was grooved right down Main Street, he couldn't believe it. He started salivating when he saw it, but stayed back enough to put a great swing on it.
Here's Nolan Arenado. Lifetime numbers against Bumgarner. He's collected 11 hits in 46 tries. He's also hit a couple of home runs against him. First pitch coming. Here it is. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. Bumgarner has pitched his way to over 1,600 innings of work at the big league level. And over those innings, he's collected over 1,500 strikeouts. Bases are empty here. Nobody out. Bumgarner, he's the kind of pitcher that a lot of pitching coaches and managers really appreciate, and that he rarely issues the free pass. He's a strike thrower.
Yeah, Matty V, and I think every pitching coach and every manager loves to have a guy like this on his staff. He won't beat himself. He'll make you put the ball in play, and he's not afraid to get as deep.
Now that ball is smoked, carrying to deep left. Boom goes the dynamite. Nolan Arenado touches them all as the Rockies have taken a 2-0 lead.
It wasn't exactly a majestic home run, but Showtrack tells us here that that ball was absolutely crushed. It left the bat at an incredible 116 miles an hour.
Here's Daniel Murphy now.
The first baseman, Daniel.
And he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. Duggar is there, and he has it for the first out. Time now from Coors Field to take a look at the Rockies starting lineup. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Yeah, keep an eye on Charlie Blackmon. I mean, this guy is a career 300 hitter. You talk about consistent. He delivers a good at-bat and clutch hits basically every time he walks into the box. I love watching this guy.
So one away here with the bases empty, and in to hit next the power hitting shortstop Trevor Story. First pitch on its way. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Behind 0-2 now.
You pull a fastball like that, you got to tell yourself to slow it down a little bit, play more gap to gap, and keep that front shoulder square, pointed towards the pitcher. That'll keep everything on plane.
Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya! A solo home run here off the bat of Trevor Story, and the Rockies have now taken a 3-0 lead.
Well, when a manager talks about hitting being contagious, that is exactly what we're talking about. One guy tees off, and the guy behind him starts to feel a little bit more confident, a little bit more focused. The next thing you know, you've got 3 home runs in an inning, and your entire offense is off and running.
And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. As he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. Bumgarner ready with the 0-1. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Duggar's there for it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Batting sixth, the center fielder, Ian Desmond.
Settling in now, Ian Desmond looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fly ball to straightaway left. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So they get 3 runs here, all coming via solo home runs. Second inning upcoming here in Denver. Rockies lead this one 3-0. First baseman Brandon Bell. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Here comes the first pitch. And that swung on and missed for strike one.
Love jumping out to an early 3-0 lead, but this game is far from over. A lot of innings left to be played. He's going to have to continue to execute out on that mound.
The 0-1 on its way. Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
So here's how the Colorado Rockies are positioned defensively. And let's focus our attention on shortstop Trevor Story. We get it, big time power, but also adequate on the defensive side. Taking over after Troy Tulowitzki left couldn't be easy, and Trevor Story did a heck of a job.
So in now for San Francisco, Evan Longoria. His prior history in this matchup, he's a .333 hitter. He also has 1 home run. First pitch coming. Here it is. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Right on the inside, Black with the slider. Laid off but called the strike.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Hate to be Captain Obvious here, but he looks great to begin the start. That's already 3 Ks for him in the first 5 hitters. It'd be awesome to see him keep up this pace.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. First pitch of the at-bat. Strike taken as that one catches the outer part of the plate.
Oh, man, he's got a chance to strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
0-2 now as Crawford comes up empty on that one. And the pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And he fouls this one off. Here's another 0-2. Another one sent foul. The 0-2 once more. Is low and outside for a ball. The 1-2. And it's fouled away. Hit to third. Arenado has it. Throw to Murphy will take care of him, and that'll end the inning. Giants are down 1-2-3. They trail it here 3-0. Striding in for the Rockies, Garrett Hampson. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
To the left side, but it's well foul. Fouled away. Now the 0-2 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Williamson is there, and he has it for the out.
Okay, here's how San Francisco lines up defensively. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
Here's the catcher now, Chris Iannetta. Lifetime numbers against Bumgarner. He's got 3 base hits in 18 at-bats. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. First pitch on its way. Rip. Oh, it's off the third base bag. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And he will reach it first, but it's very possible that he might have had 2 bases there had that ball not hit the bag.
Boy, there's a case of getting a bad break, Dero. That's a bullet hit right down the third baseline that deflects off the bag. That ball was headed for the corner if it wasn't deflected.
Yeah, 100%. You're frustrated. You'll take the knock without question, but you wanted extra bases right there. Pretty amazing that ball was able to hit that bag right there.
Hit hard towards center. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
The right fielder, number 19, Charlie Blackmon.
Back to the top of the order now, and into bat next, the big-time RBI man, Charlie Blackmon.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Danny, he turned that fastball on. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
First pitch on its way. Now the fastball was swung on and missed. Iannetta over at second. Freeland is over at first with 1 away. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya! So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. His second of the game. As they pile on, it's now 6-0. And we've seen 4 round trippers from these guys so far. Dan, Dero, what do you make of all this?
Dan, they're absolutely knocking the cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this. I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night, but a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
You know what's funny, Dero, is I preferred to pitch in night games as opposed to day games. I always thought it was advantage to the hitter, and so far that looks like it's the case in this one right here. They must be seeing the ball really well because they're just absolutely smoking the baseball right now.
Chris Stratton is going to come on in relief now, and he may be asked to eat several innings as this game is just still really getting underway. So coming to the plate, Nolan Arenado. In his career versus this pitcher, he's a .333 hitter. 2 of those hits were for home runs. the first pitch to him. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball.
Tried the old ambush tactic, and it almost worked right there. Wasn't able to keep that first pitch fastball fair. The at-bat, he's got a lot left in this. If he's able to let that one go, I still think he can have a quality AB.
Behind 0-2 now. Hit hard on the ground to second. And that's through for another base hit. We'll make it 2 for 2 in this one.
You know who's the happiest man in the building right now? His starting pitcher. He's got a big old smile on his face. He knows he has a 6-run lead here in the early going to work with. You can't let that take away your edge, though.
So one gone in the inning here with a runner at first. And up next, postseason record holder Daniel Murphy. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lined hard down the line and right. But just fouls as he just misses extra bases. This is line to left. And that's in there. Base hit.
Now batting, shortstop, Trevor Story.
And that brings in the power hitting shortstop Trevor Story. 3 across so far in the inning and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike.
Hey, this pitcher better watch himself right here. The way this guy's swinging, he's got aggressive things on his mind.
The 0-1 pitch. Tried to crush that ball and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Duggar racing back. Oh, knows the dynamite. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. His second home run of the game as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
The batter, the center fielder, Ian Desmond.
Into the box, Ian Desmond. He flew out in his last at bat. First delivery to him on the way. Line shot to second, but it's caught and the side is retired. But not before they come up with 6 runs this half inning on the strength of a couple of home runs. We played 2 full. The Rockies are out in front 9-0. And the versatile Mac Williamson hits next. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
First pitch of the at-bat. And a little behind on the fastball there as he pokes it foul at strike one. The windup and the 0-1. In there, and it's 0-2 now. That misses 1-2.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
The 1-2 pitch. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Batting it, the right fielder, number 5, Cameron Maybin.
At the plate, Cameron Maybin. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Ground ball right side. Hampson is right there. Throw on to first takes care of Maybin, and there are 2 away.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Stepping into the box, Chris Stratton. His guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Here comes the first pitch. Grounded foul off to the right and over toward the dugout. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready. This guy is not throwing a ton of pitches. He's confident in his stuff. He is pounding the zone. He's got 2 quick outs. You better pull the trigger.
Another 0-2 coming. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Pulled the string on him that time, and the inning is over. Giants down in order. They're down 9-0. Welcome back to Coors Field in Denver as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Rockies skipper Bud Black between innings, specifically about his club's offensive output to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Looking at the numbers, they currently have 4 hits coming from at-bats where they were behind in the count. That indicates that these guys are absolutely battling at the plate and making it very difficult for the opposition to get them out.
All right, Heidi, thank you. And that'll bring in Garrett Hampson as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Maybin is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Into the box, Chris Iannetta, as he will line this one into right center, and this is going to get down and should be extra bases. Now this will rattle up against the wall, and he'll pull into second with 1 away. Wow, this is a perfect example of a wily veteran doing what needs to be done to deliver for his team.
Yeah, and just watch this swing. Instead of trying to do too much with it and pull it, he stays inside the ball and is able to smack it to the opposite field for a double.
In now, Kyle Freeland. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. A base hit in his first trip. Ready with the 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
I think he just subscribed to the swing hard in case you hit it philosophy of hitting. As a pitcher, why not? Better than standing up there like you've never held a bat before.
Count remains at 0-2. The next 0-2. Now a ball lined to the left side. But this will be a foul ball.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Hit sharply on the ground. There is Crawford, and there are 2 away now.
The right fielder, number 19, Charlie.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. He's driven in 4 already, and yet another big RBI opportunity for him right here.
Matt, they couldn't have asked for anyone to hit better in this spot than this guy right here. He looks dialed in at the plate right now.
First offering on its way. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, but that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score. And he's safe.
Now batting.
Man, have a game, why don't you? With that RBI double, his 5th run driven into the game, he came to play in this one.
Standing in now, Nolan Arenado. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya! It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. His 2nd of the game as they just continue to pour it on here.
It's getting pretty comical now. Their 6th home run of the game, and they're not done yet. They say hitting is contagious, and apparently that applies to the long ball. It's looking like batting practice out there.
The first baseman, number 9.
Stepping in now, Daniel Murphy. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Set to deliver the 0-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Duggar will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So they pick up 3 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors and no one left on base. On now to the top of inning number 4. Rockies lead it 12-0. Now at the plate, Steven Duggar back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this 2nd trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
First pitch on its way. And that fastball's taken but catches the outer third. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, you find yourself down 0-2, you got to grind a little bit right here. I don't understand the game plan. Let's see if we can get this one back to even count.
And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd, with a strikeout, and there's 1 away. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Alan Hansen the next to bat. 0-1 the count. 0-1 count. Here it comes. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Wow, talk about being efficient. How about 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts? Doesn't get much better than that.
Buster Posey.
Here's Buster Posey now. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a good swing, but this will be a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Giants are still searching for their first hit of the ball game. Hit on the ground to third. Throw to Murphy. Will take care of him, and that'll end the inning. Giants are down 1-2-3. Just about given up for dead. It's 12-0. So here's the cleanup hitter, Trevor Story. 2 home runs in 2 at-bats so far, and looking to add to that here.
Well, this guy right here, that last AB, how about straightaway center field? He hits a bomb, and as a pitcher, you're trying to pitch to the big part of the ballpark, but a guy like this, if he has pop to hit it out to center field, I might have to think pitching this guy down and away down on the corner.
And he is into second base with a double, his 3rd hit this afternoon.
The fans didn't even get a chance to settle in their seats for the beginning of the inning, and he just blistered that ball down the line on the first pitch he saw. It stayed fair, and he's safely on second with the leadoff double. That's the way you lead off an inning.
Into the box now, David Dahl. A line shot to third base, and the runner gets back. No double play.
For Colorado, the center fielder, Ian Johnson.
In now, Ian Desmond. Swing and a liner. Boy, and the shellacking continues as this is down for extra bases.
Wow, that's a baker's dozen. 13 runs right there, and they can't do anything wrong at the plate. I'm no expert, but I would have to bet that the manager would love to save some of those runs for the next game. Regardless, there's some happy men in that dugout.
Striding in once again, Garrett Hampson. He has flied and lined out in 2 trips in this one. Good lead off his second there. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. Sure took a healthy hack that time.
Yeah, and I don't understand that approach at all, Matty. He's not really known for having a whole lot of pop in his bat, but he is known for having really good speed. So personally,
and he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right, but it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard.
Now batting, catcher.
And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. Digging in and looking for more, Chris Iannetta. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Hampson leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. And Iannetta can't come up with that one as he swings through it for strike 2 now.
Obviously not where he wanted that curveball to end up, but I guess it fooled him enough to get the swing and miss.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a liner, but foul. Another 0-2 home. Line towards center field. And that's in there. Base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away.
Pitcher, number 21.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
Into the box, Kyle Freeland. Swing and a liner. And a base hit, and that'll get the run in from third. Throw to second will be in time, but the run's going to come in and score.
Oh, man, I don't know how that happened. Looked to be a base hit to the outfield, but then all of a sudden the throw comes in, and they get the force on the plate. To be honest, that just can't happen.
As he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center. Duggar's there for it. And the inning is over. Another good inning for the Rockies, and Blake Street might be beckoning for one or two of this bunch. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the fifth.
Thanks, Matt. Between innings, I was able to discuss the current state of the Giants lineup with manager Bruce Bochy. And he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
Brandon Belt.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. No balls and one strike. One ball and one strike to the Giants' first baseman.
1-1.
Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right, but what's really impressive to me,
Now
he hasn't
batting.
walked anyone
Third
either.
baseman.
He's just pounding the
Evans.
zone. His stuff is
Long
dirty
board.
today.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. First time up, he went down looking. And Longoria swings right through that one as he's behind 0-2 now.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Fastball just missed above the zone.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
Changeup misses, and it's full 3-2.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. Standing in, Brandon Crawford. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First delivery to him on the way. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
These are the at-bats that can just flat out frustrate you. You go up there with a plan to work the count, and now you find yourself down 0-2, scratching your head because every quadrant's open for the pitcher now.
And he fouls this one off. No runs, no hits, and no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. Giants down in order. Start the bus. They're down 15-0. Ready for another shot now. Nolan Arenado trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far.
And in that last at bat, it makes you think this guy might have went up there looking for the breaking ball, because he certainly got a breaking ball, and he didn't miss it. Hit it right on the screws.
Here comes the first pitch. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya! So it's a solo shot to dead center, his 3rd home run of the ball game as the blowout continues.
Well, in hockey, they'd call it a hat trick. Hitting 3 home runs in one outing is a heck of a lot harder and a lot more rare. He's having an afternoon he'll never forget.
Into the box now, Daniel Murphy. No balls and a strike to count. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Pulled hard, but it's fouled down the first base side. No outs, nobody on. Line drive to center field. Duggar patrolling center makes the play. 1 out.
Now batting, shortstop, Trevor Story.
Stepping up to the plate, Trevor Story. Now here's the pitch. Liner towards second, but right to the second baseman, and that's the 2nd out.
Up next for Colorado, the left fielder, David Dahl.
So 2 are gone in the Rockies half of the 5th, and into bat next will be the outfielder David Dahl. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Grounded back up the middle. Crawford's got it. And he'll make that play look easy as the throw is in time to end the inning. So 1 run on 1 base hit, the home run, no errors, and no one left. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. Colorado's out in front 16-0.